I'm Pat Bates, and this is Living on L.O.P. L.O.P stands for Loss of Privileges for Misconduct Inside of a Prison. The lessons former prisoners learned during isolation can be applied today and moving forward in our lives. Today we have the great Jose Burgos, a reentry specialist, who's going to teach us about career planning.
I know that I'll be calling him probably sometime this afternoon. Alright. We have potential employment. This guy here has a job waiting for him from his brother, so we enter that information in there.
Okay.
And right here, I make sure that I put in there that I confirmed it, meaning that I spoke to that person. What do you do? I guess you work with your brother? My name is Jose Burgos. I am the current reentry specialist at the State Appellate Defender's Office. At the age of 16, I went to prison with a life without parole sentence. And it wasn't until 12 to 13 years into that sentence that I knew that my mindset had to change. I ended up at a level 5 maximum security prison, which gave me a lot of time, man, to really sit back and do a lot of self-reflection about where it was that I wanted to go in life and what I didn't want to do. And one of the things that I didn't want to do was I didn't want to die in prison. So I knew that something had to change, and that change came about with just studying law, really getting fixated on what it was that I had to do to get out of prison. I started advocating before I knew what advocacy even meant. I started writing legislators. I started doing everything it was that I could to learn as much as I could about the whole juvenile lifer issue. As part of my process of career building, I knew that I had to let go of a lot of my negative stuff first. That was the first thing that I had to let go of. Let go of all the things that I had learned on the streets and just reinvent myself. I became a mentor. I became someone who was able to help other prisoners. The more and more that I engaged in that type of work, the more and more I realized that I was discovering a career by myself that I never knew even existed. My best work came from isolation, and I think this is a very, very good time for people to reanalyze their lives, to reanalyze their careers, to reanalyze their relationships with family and friends. And I think as the world has come to a standstill, this is the best time to really reflect on what it is that you want out of your future. A lot of the skills that I learned in prison, a lot of the skills that I learned while I was in solitary confinement are the very same skills that I applied out here to eventually become employed with the State Appellate Defender's Office as a reentry specialist. Because of the wealth of knowledge that I learned while I was incarcerated, I am now able to help others who are now currently in the process of coming home. I really believe that there's a lot of good men and women that deserve to be out here, and rather than be home and be worried about what's going on in the world, I can utilize what I learned in prison and what I learned during my time in solitary confinement to literally help guys come home right from the comfort of my own room right here at home. And I'm going to continue doing the work while I can. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Especially what you're doing with Sato. It's dope.